Okay, Mace, go ahead.
Okay, hello everybody. The question I choose to answer it is: should young adults pay their parents' rent if they are working and do not move out by the age of 21? In my opinion, yes. Paying rent to parents depends on several factors, including social traditions, family financial support situation, and relationship between the adults and parents. So, in some cultures, it's considered normal for adults to contribute living expenses if they are working and living with their parents. If the family's financial situation is not good, it may be advisable to discuss financial matters clearly with the young adults. However, in general, it's a good idea for young adults to show appreciation for their parents' support, whether through paying rent or contributing other expenses. Yeah, just it.
Okay, yes, Mace, excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah, you surprised me because I know that in your culture, children do not pay rent, but
Yeah,
you're very, very modern.
yeah,
Your mentality is Canadian.
yeah.
Good for
Thank
you.
you.
Okay,
Thank
yeah, thank you so much, Mace, for sharing.
thank
Okay, okay, volunteers, Constantine.
Yes. Hello. Hello. Yeah. As I understood, we are discussing our homework topic. Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. Yeah. uh, in terms of this topic, I would like to discuss topic what I choose. It's called, in your opinion, what age should couples get married? Yeah. First of all, I need to tell you that why I chose this topic, because I have two children. It's very close for me. It's because my children are living with me here in Canada, not in my apartment. They are living in one city with my family, but they are living separately with their house. It's almost like a couple. Uh, and also, I would like to highlight that this is exciting for me. Also, uh, what else? I would like to add that there is no a perfect age for marriage. And, it can be depend on for instance, or individuals and their readiness for committed relationship. And also it depends on the situation, what are people in. Because as I mentioned before, example of my children, the older one, my son, is 22 years old. He recently got married on his girlfriend, who had been lived in for a long time before married, more than 2 years, and they decided to get married here because they need to they need to meet and how to say, they meet an immigration program to get a permanent resident here in Canada. That's why they need to get married. I think 22 years it's not so old or young. It's good age, but it depends. Yeah. Also, I would like to tell about my younger daughter. She is 20 years old, and she's going to get married here in 1 month in Canada. Also, uh, like my son, she is living with her boyfriend as well for a long time, and the pretty similar situation with her, because she has a permanent resident. Her boyfriend, he's Polish guy. He's here like on temporary or working visa here, and they need to meet the program too. And so that's why they are married. Get married together. And in addition, I highlighted on this on based on this all information, I highlighted necessary factors, general factors. The first one, couples should be emotional maturity. The second one, financial stability. The next one, shared goals and values. They do need to have it. And the last one, growth and experience. That's it.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Constantine. Just you just have like to organize it better, because like in an oral presentation, it's good to have an introduction, expansion,
Mm-hmm.
support or backup, and then close it.
Mm,
Yes, like Mace did it very well.
okay.
Yes, and so I think Constantine, you did impromptu, right?
Uh,
Impromptu means you are speaking and not reading anything.
no. I didn't read anything.
Yeah, okay. So
Mm,
that's why, yeah, if you have made an outline, it would have been better. But you overall, you did a fantastic job. Okay. And
okay,
I'm
thank
gonna,
you.
yeah, you're welcome. Okay, Diana and then Safia. Okay, Diana.
Good evening, everyone. I think I have number 11.
Yes.
Should the inconsistent be allowed to participate in federation, provincial, and municipal election? And someone don't know about this word we have inconsistent. It's like it's a prison. Someone will be in jail. So, in my question, I think and I believe someone can get a right as a citizen, as a human being to vote or to participate for everything going on in the country. And everyone, if you are in a jail, it's not meaning you are a criminal. So even if you are in a criminal, even if you are in a jail, you can get a right to vote, to participate for everything going on in the country. Even if you are in jail, it's not meaning you are not citizen. As long as you have address where you are, everyone knows you are in jail. As long as you have ID like a citizen. So I think everyone can get a right, can get opportunity to participate for everything. So on my opinion, I think it's a good thing to give everyone, to give citizen to participate for everything, even if you are in jail, even if you are outside, but so as a citizenship. So I think in my conclusion for my topic, I believe, and even if when I was Diana president, I can give everyone right to vote, to participate for what's going on outside because of where you are. So that's my topic. I conclude this. I believe I can give everyone opportunity, even if you are in a prison. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, thank you for sharing, Diana. You're a nice lady to say that even people in jail have the right to participate in an election. I know some countries that the president will allow people in jail to vote because they know they will vote for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But
Mm.
if they are not voting for him, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, Sophia, go ahead.
Okay. So, hello everyone. I choose to answer the question Should you be allowed to use your bilingual dictionary or Google Translate during English class? In my opinion, I think using bilingual dictionary or Google Translate should be allowed during English classes, since learning a new language can be challenging by itself, and using a dictionary can be a helpful tool. Actually, using tools of translation can have multiple advantages. First of all, it can allow students to quickly understand a familiar word so they can follow the lesson easily. Second, having access to translations can help build confidence, as students don't have to struggle with meaning and can focus more on comprehension. Third of all, when students understand a word in both languages, they can use it more effectively by giving examples based on concepts they already know in their first language. However, using a dictionary or Google Translate can lead students into a misunderstanding, since it may not allow always provide accurate translation depending on the context of the word. And finally, I think that students shouldn't rely too much on using tools of translation for translation, because it may prevent them from developing the ability to think and communicate independently in the new language they are learning. That's it.
Safia, excellent. This is what I'm telling you. Yeah, when you um, started speaking about this topic, I saw you were clear. You had this very good intro, and then you supported your ideas with a lot of relevant information. You know, and then you expanded, and then you closed it with confidence. You know, listening to you, and I look at you. You know, like I see you're surrounded by lights. You know what I mean? You're surrounded by lights. I'm
Thank
very, very,
you.
I'm very, very sure you'll be successful in Canada. Please do not get married early. Focus on making yourself successful. And I like it very much when Mace supported you when you were talking, right?
Yeah,
He gave you some support. That is humility, and I like it very much.
thank
Okay.
you, Andrew.
Yeah, Safia, you did a great job. Safia, my advice to you is if you cannot record it,
Yeah,
can you please submit this? Everybody, Mace, Constantine, Diana, and Safia, can you please submit this as a text, like
okay.
as an attachment?
Yeah,
Because, like, I don't have favoritism, okay? But I just feel that Mace and Safia, you did a fantastic job. I want to use your ideas as a lesson in the future.
okay.
You know what I mean? Wonderful. Okay. So when you started talking, Safia, and I said, oh my God, why did Safia choose the easy answer? The easy question. But I realized now I'm talking to Safia, but I'm actually teaching the other students, right? I realized, Safia, that although you selected the easy question, you delivered a high level communication. Yeah, you know what
I
I mean?
relate to it because sometimes I'm using it. So when I'm in your class, so
You know, and just to support what you said, when I did my teaching qualification at York University, I did my additional teaching qualification at York University, and my university professor really changed my mind because before I came to Canada, I was already a teacher, right? And then in my class, I would never allow students to use a dictionary.
okay.
And then when I went to York University, the university professor told us, you teachers should allow your students to use a bilingual dictionary because psychologically speaking, it is very intimidating not to be able to communicate because you don't have adequate language. And
Yeah.
so, Safia, what you said is actually what my university professor said. So you are on the right track.
Okay.
Okay. Now, who else? Okay. Sahar, and then Mazar, and then Bakti. Okay, Sahar, go ahead.
I would like to discuss about the question, should parenting classes be mandatory for all parents? I do believe that parenting classes could bring valuable benefits and it should be mandatory. Raising children is one of the most important responsibility anyone can have. Yes, most of us receive little to no formal preparation for it. Parenting classes can help parents understand different stages of child development, which could enhance a child's social, emotional, and intellectual growth. Additionally, classes could cover essential topics like child safety, nutrition, and positive discipline techniques. Knowing how to handle difficult behaviors or stress effectively can help reduce cases of child abuse or neglect, creating safer and healthier environment for children. Parenting classes can also level the playing field by providing basic parenting resources to everyone. Not all parents have support system or knowledge readily available. By making these classes accessible, we ensure all parents, especially first-time or young parents, have the tools they need to succeed. Moreover, attending these classes could build a community of parents who can support one another, share experience, and reduce feelings of isolation. But there are important arguments against making these classes mandatory. In conclusion, while mandatory parenting classes could bring valuable knowledge to many, we must also consider the implication on individual freedoms, cultural differences, and resource allocation. Parenting is deeply personal, and while resources and support should be accessible, they may not need to be enforced. So the conclu- the conclusion is that yeah, parenting classes should be mandatory, but at the final stage is the parent that decide what to do with their children.
Sahar, Sahar, if you are planning to go to college in Canada, you will be successful. You know why? You are so organized and so you give a lot of intelligent information, like professional information, right? And it's very organized. It's like a book, and that is how college plays in Canada. The way you supported your ideas and the way you concluded is amazing.
Andrew, I've already graduated from the college in Canada.
In Canada.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I noticed this in you, Sahar. I noticed this in you that you have something special. Like every time you open your mouth, and I mean it in a good way. Every time you open your mouth, you always talk sense. You know what I mean? So congratulations, Sahar.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Masar, you're next.
Hi everyone. Hi teacher.
Yeah.
I will choose number 12 as Sahar. Should parenting classes are mandatory for all parents? In my personal opinion, every country and every society should establish parenting classes, and they should be mandatory and free for every two people who wanted to become a parent, so that they are aware of the correct method of upbringing and realize responsibility they are facing and how to keep up with the development of upbringing. Their ideas should not be stereotypical and traditional from grandparents to parents, as this is a grave mistake. A science, lifestyle, and modern methods of upbringing have developed, which must be known and based on which the child is raised and deal with from childhood, adolescence, and until adulthood. These classes should not be underestimated because they have an impact on building an educated, understanding generation free of psychological complexes. As we note, in some society, programs have emerged with different technologies specialized in psychology to help people understand, develop themselves, and treat disease caused to them by one or both parents without their knowledge or with their knowledge due to their mistreatment of them or the parents' problem in front of the children without realizing and being aware that they will affect their children even if they grow up. Therefore, it's necessary to educate and encourage new parents to join these classes because they will leave them with a conscious mind and civilized approach to raising their children so that they will be, as I mentioned, a generation free of psychological complexes and disturbances and effective in society.
Yes, Masar, you know, what you said is really very important. If the government, any government, not just Canada, really follow what you suggested, I think the world will be a better place, you know? And but I also like what Sahar said. Like parenting classes should be mandatory, but in the end, the parents should have the final say. I like that very much, Sahar. Okay, Masar, very nice, very organized, very confident, clear English, beautiful communication. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Okay, Bhakti.
Yes. So I choose number one. Should be allowed to speak in your mother tongue during English class? So in my opinion, you should speak. Uh, you should speak in your mother tongue, but like in suggestion, teaching and learning in the mother tongue builds to uh, strong foundation to speak in the class. So sometimes say if you don't understand, then to get understand you can speak in your mother tongue, but then you shouldn't be continuing because our purpose is to learn English, to taking we are taking English class. So yes, to help and to getting help and learning from that you can speak, but again like not continue, and uh, in between during the class you cannot speaking continuing. Also sometimes you speak mother tongue to getting good communication skill, and that's how to create an emotional connection um, between the people also.
Yeah, but overall, Bhakti, you do not recommend, right?
Yes, because like in focus it's a question is that during English class our
Mhm.
purpose is to learning, purpose is to learn English.
Yes.
So get the support and to get learn. You can speak, but not shouldn't be continuing.
Yes. Bhakti, I like very much. I like very much Bhakti.
Thank
Uh,
you.
okay, just a second. Okay. So Bhakti, you said something very, very that I mean, you said something I like very much. Like speaking your language with somebody who speaks your language promotes emotional connection.
Yes.
I like that. I like
Yes.
that. I didn't think about it. I just thought of rules, rules, rules. And then I realized that when somebody speaks your language, it's like it makes you feel relaxed. Because like I in my class, for example, in my day class, I have one Pakistani student. She's a lady, and then for 2 months, I did not have any Pakistani student. Only she was the only one. She's the only one. And then last week there was a new Pakistani student that came, and then I actually allowed them to speak their language together, but not during class, like at
Yes.
break time, to help her and things like that. And I saw the new student, she was very, very happy that there is somebody who speaks her language. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Yes.
in my experience too, like if I don't get sometimes understand, then I speak with someone who speak my mother tongue, and then I like ask, like if I have any question, I ask that question in mother tongue, and then I get understand in English, and then I speak English like
Mm,
that.
yes. Yes, okay. Thank you so much, Bhakti. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, I can take one more student, and then the other students you can talk tomorrow. Okay, you can talk on Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay, I don't want to use all of your time doing this. Okay, I can take one more student. Any other volunteer? Okay, Evelyn, and that's it. Okay, the other students, if you want to speak, uh,
Okay,
you'll do it tomorrow. Okay. Okay, Evelyn,
okay,
go.
okay. Um, okay, I will try to put my because I write down yesterday, so I'm gonna try to read. Well, my question is the number 10. Should young adults pay the rent if
From the
they are
video and
working?
then the second tab.
Miriam.
If they are working and do not move out by the age of 21? In my opinion, young adults that are already working in a daily basis, which mean make enough incomes to support themselves and decided to stay at home, they should help their parents with a proportional rental expense. If the situation were that they are only working part-time or not making enough money, they could pay a small amount for rent to support their parents. Cost of living in Canada is very high nowadays. So any help that young adults can give to their parents to pay the rent can be a release for the parents. By other side, the fact that young adults pay rent made them more responsible and they can learn that in life nothing is free. Everything has a cost. And learning this lesson will make young people reliable, responsible, people that establish priorities in their life, which mean at the end that young adults can be ready for real work, for the real life. So when they have their own families, they will prioritize their rental or mortgage expenses first and will not fall in debt. That is that I was writing.
Evelyn, very, very well put together. Very well put together. And Evelyn, you mentioned something that when the children, when young adults pay their parents rent, they are actually learning something else, which is more important than money. That is being responsible. Being responsible. Actually, a lot of like everybody, when you go to McDonald's or Tim Hortons, not all of these people working there are poor. They are people, they are students, that they want to, you know, their parents, their rich parents, ask them to work so that they can learn to be responsible. They can learn to value the money, and they can learn to deal with other people in a professional manner, right? And so when people work, it's not always about money. It's learning, teaching the children to be responsible, like Evelyn said, to be responsible, to be to serve other people, and to interact, learn personality, you know, to be able to be a member of the society in a natural way, right? Because if we parents, if we always spoon feed our children will grow up thinking that life is easy, but life is not easy. Okay, and so yes, Evelyn, you did it. You did very well. Okay, very well put, and very very organized, and very good intro, expansion, and conclusion. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Um, okay, just a second. Okay. Okay. So everybody, the other students, you will do your presentation tomorrow, because right now I have to go to the, I mean, I have to start our lesson. Okay, just a second. Okay, let me just stop the recording. I almost forgot to stop it again. Great job, everybody.